Provisions for credit loss slightly higher, about in line with expectations at 40.
This week, the bank began shrinking its headcount by less than 5%.
The pressing financial concern that demands our attention is the potential collapse of major U.S. banks. We'll delve into a topic that affects not only the banking sector, but also the broader economy. Let's start by unveiling the first bank on our list of 7 major institutions facing substantial challenges. So, without further ado, let's explore what's been happening behind the scenes. In the tumultuous world of finance, it's not uncommon for banks to face turbulent waters. However, when several major banks find themselves in troubled seas simultaneously, it's a cause for concern. The recent collapse of First Republic Bank marked a grim milestone as the second largest bank failure in U.S. history, trailing only behind the infamous Washington Mutual collapse during the 2008 financial crisis. But before we delve into the specifics of First Republic Bank's challenges, let's understand the broader context. Over the past year, we've seen a series of bank collapses, each serving a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities within our banking system. These banks cater to thriving economic sectors, Silicon Valley tech startups, and the cryptocurrency industry. Their fall from grace raises important questions about the health of our financial institutions and the factors driving their decline. Now, you might be wondering, why are these banks collapsing, and why does it matter to you? The answer lies in the intricate web of economic factors, most notably the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes aimed at curbing inflation. These rate hikes have had a cascading effect, eroding the value of bank assets, such as government bonds and mortgage-backed securities. Here's where it gets tricky. When interest rates rise, the fixed interest rates on many bonds become less attractive to investors, causing their price to fall. It's like having a favorite product that suddenly loses appeal when a newer, better version hits the market. For banks that had heavily invested in bonds during the pandemic, this has led to significant unrealized losses, a financial burden that remains on their books. But unrealized losses are just the tip of the iceberg. Some banks have been forced to sell their bonds, often at a discount to cover withdrawals by customers. These sales can result in actual losses, compounding the financial strain. Our journey through the tumultuous terrain of the banking industry takes us to Silvergate Bank, a unique player in the financial landscape. This bank played a pivotal role in serving a clientele that many traditional banks cheat away from, the cryptocurrency industry. As the go-to bank for numerous cryptocurrency firms, it occupied a vital niche in an industry marked by regulatory uncertainty and fluctuating fortunes. The crypto boom of recent years saw a surge in demand for financial services tailored to digital assets. Traditional banks, hesitant to wade into these uncharted waters, left a void that Silvergate Bank was more than willing to fill. It became a haven for crypto startups, offering them the financial infrastructure needed to thrive. However, the crypto realm is no stranger to regulatory scrutiny and market turbulence. As the regulatory landscape evolved and warnings about the risks associated with cryptocurrencies grew louder, the cryptocurrency industry faced its own reckoning. Silvergate Bank, deeply intertwined with this industry, felt the tremors. The bank's decision to wind down its operations and voluntarily liquidate raised eyebrows. It signaled a pivotal moment in the relationship between traditional banking and cryptocurrencies. The bank's winding down plan promised the full repayment of all deposits, marked a bittersweet farewell to an era of crypto banking. Now let's shift our gaze to Ally Financial, another major bank navigating treacherous waters in 2023. Ally Financial operates as a digital bank and plays a significant role as an auto lender, primarily serving General Motors and Stellantis auto dealers. Ally Financial faces a dual challenge: the same interest rate hikes that have affected other struggling banks and a unique exposure to the negative effects of these rate hikes. This includes a potential surge in auto loan delinquencies and reduced demand for loans, adding to the complexity and the increase in deposits at the time when interest payments are also on the rise. The nearly $29 billion that Ally Financial had invested in generating lower returns compared to what they're offering to depositors. This puts pressure on their profitability, a key metric for any financial institution. Furthermore, there's a noticeable slowdown in Ally's auto lending business, accompanied by growing credit risks. Delinquencies among loans originated within the last 12 months have increased, suggesting that the borrower's credit quality may not be as rosy as Ally Financial believed. The unsettling state of major U.S. banks teetering on the brink of collapse. Now let's shine a spotlight on 3 more financial institutions facing significant headwinds. First up is Pacific Premier Bancorp, headquartered in sunny Irvine, California, with branches stretching across California, Nevada, and Arizona. Despite its historical success, Pacific Premier Bancorp has recently found itself in the crosshairs of regulators, raising questions about its financial resilience. This bank's woes have intensified due to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, a fellow Californian institution. Following regulatory scrutiny, Pacific Premier Bancorp's expenses have surged, accompanied by ominous prospect of credit losses. What's particularly concerning is the rapid rise in expenses, with provisions for loan losses hitting $14.6 million and a fivefold increase from previous figures. The underlying issue here is deteriorating asset quality and a growing burden of unfunded commitments within the bank's loan portfolio. When loans turn sour, it directly affects credit loss provisions, impacting the bank's overall financial health. Pacific Premier Bancorp appears ill-prepared to handle potential profit losses, making it a potential casualty in this unfolding crisis. Next in line is Sandy Spring Bancorp, a small-cap bank with a market capitalization of $1.47 billion. Operating primarily in the western United States, Sandy Spring Bancorp's profitability is closely tied to economic activity, which, as you can imagine, fluctuates. This sensitivity to economic shifts makes the bank vulnerable to profit and value fluctuations. What's troubling for Sandy Spring Bancorp is the increase in bad loans. The bank's rate of bad loans stand at 5.6%, nearly twice the industry norm. Additionally, its exposure to bad loans across multiple regions, including the United States, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, have raised eyebrows among regulators. Government agencies have also accused the bank of fraud related to the processing of funding of Paycheck Protection Program loans totaling at around $1 million. Detecting potential fraud is one thing, but the Federal Reserve criticized the bank for its ineffective controls, procedural issues, and violations, exacerbating its woes. As if this wasn't enough, another bank facing significant challenges is Zions Bank Corporation. This institution has seen its financial flexibility crumble throughout the year. Its difficulties stem from a 40% plunge in the stock market, further worsened by its exclusion from goodwill. Zion Bank Corporation's financial health is deteriorating rapidly, leading to a downgrade in its issuer and senior debt rating. These ratings play a crucial role in a bank's ability to raise capital and maintain its operations. A downgrade could trigger a chain reaction of problems as investors lose confidence and withdrawals increase. As we reflect on the plight of these banks, it's important to remember that they represent just a fraction of over 200 banks facing similar risks. The collective vulnerability of these institutions has the potential to ripple through the banking sector and the broader economy, mirroring the financial crisis of the past. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope this comprehensive exploration has shed light on the challenges our financial institutions face and the potential consequences that lie ahead. Stay tuned for more insights in the ever-evolving world of finance.